What is up, everybody? This is Kendall from KJ Builds. A little YouTube series I'm starting. This is my 1986 Toyota MR2. This is the car I'll be focusing on throughout the whole build. I've been working on it for about 4 years now, since I've owned it since I was 16. Modifications wasn't much until the past year, and let's get started. So as you can see, I have a 6-point cage welded up. I have some Corbo GT seats in there. They're not permanent. I will replace them with some brides. So as you can see, the seats are a little too high for me. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the some brides with the side mounts, and then either custom fabricate or try to find the brackets for the MR2 that will go up and bolt these in. In the MR2, it's pretty cramped to do any kind of work in here, any kind of like fabrication. So I'm trying to keep the interior as less cluttered as possible. I do have a center console. I do have a radio. This car will be street legal, but it will be competitive on the track. I'm going to the I gotta replace these door hinges too. Going to the rear of the car. It's a Mark 1A MR2, so it has the these kind of taillights instead of the big strip. The trunk is stripped. I need to pop it. So in the engine bay, you can see nothing because there's no engine in there. I found a company that makes bolt-in motor mounts, so I won't have to do any kind of change to the motor mounts to fit the 3SGE Beams motor in it, as long as I'm using an S54 transmission. So taking a look down here in the front suspension, you can see my Technotor tuning tension torsion bars, polyurethane bushings in the control arm, RCA, and I have custom undermount bracing there in the white. I can get to focus. That actually braces the whole entire underbody of the car, of the front. So I still need to make some ones for the rear. The strut right now is on all four are stock 86 MR2 struts. I sold my old coilovers to a friend, and I'll be working on getting some custom spring rates for my new coilovers. We'll have a inverted strut, so I'll probably go to BC Racing for those. So as you can see here, I bent this lip back. It conjoins the wheel well to the actual frame of the body with spot welds. So I bent that back with a sledgehammer on both sides. Didn't want to do it, had to. I'm making room for some 15x9s and 15x10s. So the 15x9s will be going in the front, 15x10s in the rear. Right here I'm working on the fiberglass in all the old holes that were in the hood. So I had windshield washer fluid, the nozzles here, and I had the front badge, which I lost years ago. I'd say it's probably been 4 years I've lost this badge, and the holes have always been there. So finally fiberglass those. So through this whole car I've polyurethane bushings. It was about $9 to do every bushing in the for the suspension components. It was a cheap upgrade. It was nice. Really did stiff out the suspension. I didn't do much though because my steering rack's blown, or was at the time. I recently replaced that with the Qualify 2.5 quick rack steering rack. So it goes 2.5 turns from lock to lock. So from left lock, it takes 2.5 revolutions of the wheel to get to the right lock. So right now my shop's a little depressing, I know. It's a storage unit off base, and sorry, people are staring. Probably think I'm crazy. I have a 2.5 car garage slash like shop that I'm gonna build into, that I'm gonna be renting. It's about 45 minutes away. It's cheap. It's $350 a month, so I can definitely afford it. I can move my car there, have another car there. I have access to air compressor, hot water, electricity, lights, everything I need. So I can shoot paint there, I can work on my car, I can house another car, I can have space on the outside for it. So definitely gonna look into that. Try to get that this weekend. I can make a video for you guys once I get it. So we'll get into my my little tools and the items that will be going into the MR2. I have a APR GT350 wing that's real carbon fiber, real light, extremely light. I gotta make custom mounts for that. It will be bumper mounted, so it has like a rocket bunny kind of look. Going to the engine. This is a Beams 3SG engine. It's got the single VVTi, coil on plug, oil squirter, dry sump. It's the red top version. I have a stage 2 clutch in it right now. It's an S54 transmission, so it is open diff, but I will be buying an LSD to put into it. I have random Beams parts here, coil on plugs, axles that bolt in. These axles actually just bolt into the car, you know, on the Mark 1 hubs and then the MR2, the S54 transmission. So that's pretty nice. My shop right now is kind of depressing. I don't have much in it. I don't have much bass. I don't have power. I'm looking at a 2.5 car garage to start renting, so I can do all my own custom work in there. I can paint, have electricity, water, air compressor. It's gonna be nice. So I can give you guys a little update when I get that. So with this engine, it makes about 190 horsepower, about 170 feet-pounds of torque, which I know it's not a lot, but in a 1900-pound MR2, it's definitely gonna be fun. I do have plans to stroke that 3SGE and boost it, so that will be in the future, years from now, but it will be in the future. This motor was good whenever it was pulled. Ran good. It was in a 2nd generation MR2, and my friend Brian's the actual guy I'm stealing the donuts from there. Basically, what I need to do is I need to take it apart and clean it, make sure everything's good. I'm not gonna take the head off, but I'm gonna take everything off. You can see there's some oil there. There's some oil right there. So there's definitely oil leaks. You know, definitely something I need to look into. I don't want to put a dirty engine in a clean car. It's pretty stupid. Up here is my extra parts. So I can't really get up there right now. The car is not under it for me to climb up on, but I have my extra parts up there, any kind of body parts, bumpers, fenders, side skirts. I do have side skirts that will be on this car. They're the Mark 1Bs. With those and the custom wide body kit I'll be doing, it should look nice. So I hope you guys like this little intro. It's my first video ever shot, you know, so try to give me some slack here. MR2, it's gonna be like this for a while. Hopefully I'll be moving into the shop, like I said. It'll fit 2.5 cars, heating, air conditioning, electricity, air compressor, everything I need. It is a little farther away, that's the only problem, but I feel like that would help me work on the car more. It'll make me want to stay over there overnight on the weekends. It should be fun. Try to push this MR2 back in, start doing some body work on it. Stuff off camera. Camera's about to die, so sorry about that. But we'll try to take a picture of my phone, show you guys, include it in the video. Thank you.